Hey, this is Alec Hermit, and this is my definitive speedrun guide for 007 Agent Under Fire. In this first video, I'm going to be talking about just the general things you need to know for speedrunning this game. The first thing to know is which version to use. The North American Nintendo GameCube version 1.00 is the most speedrun friendly for several reasons, but the main two are that it has explosion boosting in the single player, and its control stick for movement has notches, allowing you to move more optimally. You can identify this version of the game by a non-player's choice disc case, or by finding the game's code on the underside of the disc, which will match the code on the screen now. After you've chosen that version, you want to go to your options and choose your controller setup. So by default, it'll be on 1, but the vast majority of players choose setup 3. Next, you want to go down to heads-up display visible and make sure it is on. This allows you to keep track of your health and your ammo at all times. Now let's talk about movement. When you're running directly forward, backward, left, or right, you're going the maximum speed of 315. When you're going diagonally, let's say like this or like this, you're actually going slower. So when you're moving through levels, generally you're going to be holding forward and turning with the C stick. Now let's talk about wall sliding. You can increase your maximum running speed by about 23% if you're facing a wall while you're running. You'll only get the full 23% boost if you're facing the wall at just the right angle. The correct way to line this up is to turn so that the left edge of the screen is at the very end of the wall. You can do this facing left or right. You can wall slide pretty much anything, boxes, railings, invisible walls, but it doesn't save enough time to warrant you to go out of your way to perform it, so only wall slide objects that are in your direct path. Stairs and slopes slow you down, so you don't want to just walk up them. Whenever you're approaching stairs or a slope, jump just before you reach it. With larger stairs like these, you can maintain your normal speed longer by mashing jump just as you land. You never want to be reloading or swapping a weapon or gadget as you're entering a cutscene trigger. The cutscene will wait until your animation is done before it starts, so this wastes time. Gadget swapping in this game is pretty funky, and you need to know exactly how it works so you can do it optimally. So right now I'm in gun holding mode, and if I press D-pad left or right, it'll take me to my first gadget in my lineup, the laser. Another quirk of gadget swapping is that if your hands are putting away or pulling out a weapon or gadget while you're trying to gadget swap, it'll eat the input. For example, if I press D-pad right to switch to my laser, and then D-pad right once more to switch to my claw while the gun is being put away, it will eat the input and it'll only stay on the laser, like this. Once you have a gadget in your hand, you can now cycle to the next gadget you need as quickly as you like. For example, 2 quick presses to the right will take me to the decryptor. Almost every door, switch, and button in the game can be activated by holding down the action button instead of tapping it. This saves frames everywhere, but it also helps in tricks like this where we need to quickly activate something and then move away from it. Using a widescreen hack is not allowed, but you can remove the damage flash from the game using an action replay code, which you can find on the AUF page on speedrun.com. You'll find other resources, guides, and a link to the Discord channel on speedrun.com/AUF. Thanks for watching.